You've tuned in to Just Vibe with Melody. Bakatue is officially beginning tomorrow. Unsure of what this is, or maybe you never even heard of it? But don't worry, because I got you covered. We are getting into the full history of what Bakatue is and what it means to the town of Elmina. But you're going to want to follow this story because we are covering it in a 3-part series. So there will be a part 1, 2, and 3 detailing Bakatue and its history. Get you some popcorn, get you a little drink, and have a seat because we're getting into the history right now. You have tuned in to Just Vlog with Melody, and today we have been granted an interview with an elder in the local community who knows all about the happenings in the area. So if you want to know anything, this is the person that you want to talk to because he knows the whole history. And without further ado, would you like to introduce yourself?
Simple call me Nanako Amwesi Dazi. I'm executive member of Elmina Festivals Committee, and I have served at Ethno Traditional Council for the past 33 years. I'm an opinion leader, and at the moment, I'm a retired public officer.
Fantastic. I want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to do this interview. Can you give us a little history on the Bakatue Festival? What's the purpose of it, and why we even celebrate this amazing day? Because I had a great time. It was an amazing experience. So why do we celebrate this Bakatue Fest?
Yeah, thank you very much. Before we can give narration of this Bakatue, I have to take you back to somewhere 13th century. A man called Kwamankwa, he migrated from Techiman, came down to take a transit at Eguafo. The senior brother has already settled at Eguafo, which is just about 30 minutes drive from here. And the second brother follows suit, which he never knew that you got to the brother, but gradually he located his senior brother and took a transit, a place to settle with his people. So when he had a place to settle, one day he was hunting and he felt thirsty. And for the past 3 days, he could not lay hands on any water. And all of a sudden, he pounced on a very small stream, which he quenched his thirst. The moment he quenched his thirst, an image appeared before him, introduced himself as the deity or divinity of that small stream he has drunk. And if he cared, they enter into an agreement, and anytime he needs his assistance, he calls upon him to help him. So he agreed, and after that, Kwamankwa moved down to look for a bigger water, which is the lagoon. It was a good water that time, then it had not been linked into the sea. At the moment, it has linked into the sea, so it's salty. Yeah, but in the olden days, when the Kwamankwa came around, it wasn't salty. And the instruction from the divinity is that you should build a dome. And every year, he remembered him by pouring a libation and making a rituals to the deity. And that came about as the result of Edina Bakatue.
So now, as I was sitting in attendance of Domo, I noticed a few things that took place, and so I wrote them down so that the viewers and we can all get a better understanding as to the events and what was taking place, so we're not completely lost. The chief was holding a stick in his hand, or a staff in his hand, and then he had to hit the staff on the ground 3 times. What was the purpose?
The purpose of this staff is the authority that he carries, and 3 times he hits the ground with it. He's invite the highest divinity within the 77 that he should appear or come around with him. He's ready to have a communicate with the divinity.
another thing that I noticed as I was sitting in attendance is that there were women at one point that walked in holding brooms, well, appeared to be like a bunch of sticks gathered together. So what was the purpose of these sticks that they were holding in their hands?
There are some of the fetish priests and priestesses I told you, they are in communication with the divinities. And at a point, they take a message from the king to the divinities, but mostly they bring messages from the divinities to the king or to the chief. If there is any message, it's being communicated through these women who are holding that small broom, and that is their power and their authority. It's not just a simple broom. It has some spirits around it, and whoever holds it and dances with it, at times you become possessed. And that is why you see these women with these little brooms in their hands.
One of the main things in the event, of course, was probably like the highlight of the night, was the fact that they were playing drums.
Yeah.
Is there a purpose to them playing the drums?
Yeah, you see, it has two different meanings all to that. It's give rhythm to perform some kind of special dancing, and that goes with the drumming. If they change the beat, then you should also know how to change the dancing to commensurate with the rhythm. Right. Then again, the drummer also, as he plays the drum, also send you message. You might, as a neutral person or who don't know anything about drumming, whoever cares to know, when the drummer sends a message, there's someone who can easily interpret that, madam, you are being asked that, what is your name? What is your name? And you have to respond.
Oh, wow.
That my name is that or what have you. But usually that communication goes through the fetish priest and the priestess.
Okay.
And the king. So at times even the king cannot even hear very well of the drumming. And there is somebody else that can prompt Nana. They are asking for a drink or any other thing which is very important to the Bakatue.
There was a man who was sitting next to the chief, and he had a hat on his head that looked like it had trees around it. What was the purpose of his hat?
Yes, it's a medicinal herb. It's a medicinal herb called Charinta Mamadinka. And the local language we call it Ninya. Yeah, you can even Google to see this plant. And first and foremost, it's a plant that scare away evil spirit and what have you. Whether being a chief or what have you, you can even decide even to wear it around your neck or your wrist for some days. Or you can even have some and just hang it at your doorsteps or what have you. It prevents evil spirit coming to you or having a contact with you. And that is called Ninya.
Ninya. So at one point there were some kids who danced in the ceremony, and they were wearing red. What was the purpose of the red garments that they had on?
Yeah, they are the apprentices. They are under schooling. So if you are under school, then you put on that kind of the dress that you are talking of. Those perfect ones are those wearing the white ones. So those with the other red are the people who are under training.
At another point there, as they were dancing in the ceremony, they paused and kind of like rested their heads on the drum. Is there a meaning behind them putting their head to the drum?
Yeah. When whoever puts his head down on the drum, maybe it's attending to a message. Maybe there is a message coming, and that the person have to pay very attention to the message. So whoever is drumming, that you do that in a communicate to the drummer to know that maybe you are receiving a message or you are getting ready to tell them something, because the dancer also control the drummer, and at a point the drummer also control the dancer. So it's vice.
They work together.
Yes,
Okay.
works together.
So at another time, there were moments when they would put white powder on their eyes, like a white powdery substance. What was this?
You see, at times they only put on this just to deceive you, for you not to know actually, oh, so you are this performing this kind of activities. And, they always brand themselves to be a little bit fearful or a little bit scary to the general public.
I noticed that one of the boys that were dancing, at one point he kind of fell to the ground and they had to catch him and kind of assist him as he was falling. What was happening at that point as the little boy was falling?
Yes, he has been possessed, and that somebody have to help him to control himself. When you are possessed and nobody is around, you can even fall into the ground with your head and wound yourself. And this is done by the mighty of the spirit that is possessing you. And at times it may come that when nobody is there, you might even hit your head against some object and you might not feel the pain. It is after that the spirit is gone, then you begin to feel that, oh, I hit myself against this thing and what have you. And at times, even when the spirit is out, then they begin to ask, what happened? So, oh, I do not know what really happened. So you have to tell the person that this is that, this is that, this is that. So, oh, I never knew.
Wow, so it's like they completely lose their self to the spirit and they're oblivious to what just took place.
They are just using the red. They are now you see them because I'm just entering.
Okay, so the guys have just arrived into this boy with the red on. He just showed up.
away. You see? So now you don't know what he's just doing. You see?
Oh, okay. He's coming down.
Yeah. See now, yeah, just coming to a sense now. Now it's okay now.
Okay.
It's okay now. Shift. Once again come your way the live streaming of Bakatue 2022. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share the video for us. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Andrew says MK, you do more. Andrew's greetings from
that was the end of Bakatue Part 1. Make sure that you stay tuned because Part 2 got a whole lot going on. You don't believe me? Just take a look. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, but tomorrow, oh, it gets even better. Drop a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are on today's video. How did you feel about this history? Considering relocating to Ghana or just visiting? Well, guess what? My new ebook just dropped today. Your travel guide to navigating Ghana. You can click the link in the description to get your copy. If this is your first time here on the channel, let me take this opportunity to say welcome. And please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the family. I will see y'all on tomorrow's video.